my puff puff, So today, what kind of snack are you having on Sunday evening? So I'm going to teach you how to make the puff puff. So I use the self-rising. Normally I use the Gold brand, but I'm not advertising any product, so you can choose whichever product you want to use. But this is the one that actually turns out well when I make it. And I also use the sugar. I only use Domino's because that's the one that turns out good for me when I make my own puff puff. So you use Domino's sugar. And I also, it doesn't matter what kind of salt, I just put just a little bitty, just like about 1 grain or 2 grains of salt. It actually depends on how much you are making, but I usually put just a little bit of salt, very, very tiny, because when you put too much salt, I actually don't have, measurement. I just use, my hand to measure because I'm going to just make a little bit, so I don't have a lot. So I put some flour, then I add some sugar. I don't put too much sugar because I don't want it to be too sugary, so I just add some moderate amount of sugar it's not that hard. And I usually mix it with warm water. I don't know if it makes any difference, but my own puff puff is usually softer and crispy outside. So I usually the consistency of my puff puff is usually very soft. So I put my pot on the stove and I turn my stove to medium, because it has to be medium. If it's too high, your puff puff is gonna be burnt on the outside and it will not be done inside. And if it's too low, it's gonna be sucking the oil, so it's gonna be too just soggy. So what I do is that I just make it medium, not do it, I just do a little bit. So it's hot now. So that's it. So we're just gonna wait for it to it's coming up right now. You can see, so it's coming up. That's how it's supposed to be. Just cook slowly, so we can see right now that it's coming up. So we're gonna leave it just a little bit more, to get brown a little bit. So I think it's brown enough right now. So it's time to just pack it. I'm gonna turn this stuff on. So I have to wait a little bit. So what I do is that I have I put a paper towel, so that I can just come on a little bit. Then crispy, sweet, not too sweet.
It's sweet.
Okay, but not too sweet, right? Okay, but it's crunchy. Thank you for your feedback.